So Rockstar added a buttload of content in GTA Online last week, and although I'm not going to go through every single thing that they've added because I'm not TGG, but I will tell you exactly how much money can be made, and frankly, it's not too much. Before we begin, make sure you like this video and subscribe for more videos like this. So like I said, they added a whole bunch of new content last week, and most of it was actually quality of life stuff. There's an easier way to eat snacks when your health is depleting, easier way to equip body armor, they've increased payouts, they've added motorcycle club missions, and even made it easier for you to do simple things like viewing how much you have in your nightclub to sell. This is all stuff that I'm going to be talking about, even though you've probably already heard it. The first thing I want to talk about real quick is the Special Cargo Edition. Special Cargo used to be my bread and butter back in the day before I have as much money as I have now. So they've added to each of your warehouses a random NPC that you just walk over to and hit the right D-pad, and you pay them $7,500 and they go out and source cargo for you. The reason this video took me so long to make is because I was testing out how long it actually takes them to get cargo and how much cargo they actually collect. Well, it takes 48 minutes, so it's one in-game day, and the amount of cargo is completely at random. Sometimes they'll pull 3, sometimes they'll pull 2, and sometimes they'll pull 1. I think you get the point. So my honest opinion is that, you see, it's completely random at $7,500 for 48 minutes. And honestly, it just seems like it's not that great. It's actually better to just go out and source cargo yourself if you really want to make money, and what I do, RP grind, which I'll get to that in a minute. One thing that does come to mind, that it would absolutely suck to pay $7,500 for them to bring you just one crate of cargo. So my advice to you is to not even use this. It would be profitable and even usable if they sourced 3 crates each time, but that's just not the case. And now to what I want to talk about is the actual RP grind. I don't even really use special cargoes anymore for money. This is actually still the best way to grind RP legitimately without glitching or anything like that. But if you source cargo by hiring somebody, you will not accumulate any RP for them going out and getting the merchandise for you. So like I said, as of right now, it doesn't really feel like it's worth anything, to be honest. So personally, I would steer clear from this. Next, I want to talk about the exporting mixed goods. Basically, all you do is go into your office and speak to your assistant, and you go down to where it says export mixed goods. I don't exactly know how long this takes, but every so often you might get a text or a call from Lupe telling you that you've got some stuff to sell. Or you might not even get a call or anything, and you just walk into your office, speak to your assistant, and you will see them there when you go down to exporting mixed goods. At the current point of this video that you are currently seeing, I did not have any in stock yet. But when you do get some and you get to actually sell your mixed goods, you get a simple $50,000. And it doesn't really seem like much, but really it only takes a few minutes, so that's actually not really that bad. And of course, the very first time you do this, you get a $100,000 bonus, but after the first time bonus, you're pretty much always going to get $50,000. I like this edition, but there's also apparently some other special cargo missions that they have added as well, but I have yet to do them. When you go out and buy crates yourself, I believe there are 2 new missions that you can do. That's pretty cool because I love special cargo warehouses, but like I said before, steer clear of the hiring other people to get the cargo for you. Next up, let's talk about what they've added in the bunker. Every so often you go into your bunker and you will see this random truck sitting here. This truck is a contract that Agent 14 got us from Ammunition. Now, Ammunition buys stock from us, and we have to deliver it for, you guessed it, $50,000. It doesn't seem like much, but this literally takes 3 minutes to complete, so it's just an easy way to make some quick cash. But the mission is pretty much the same as the delivering mixed goods. You basically have to get in a vehicle and drive to a destination with 2 NPCs chasing after you, but it's easy, so you can just ignore them. There's also a couple new resupply missions for your bunker as well, but I've never really done those missions. I've always just purchased my stock, so I don't really know what those entail, and that doesn't really affect me all that much. But there's also some missions you can get when you call Agent 14, and you can actually call him and basically fast track your research, but instead of paying for it, you can fast track it with a mission. So I mean, I thought that was actually pretty cool. The next thing that I want to talk to you about is Johan. Yes, Johan, and I guess he's been working for me for quite a while in my nightclub behind the scenes, but Rockstar added him to be more useful. You can call him to see how much stock is in your nightclub without having to go all the way to your nightclub, and if you select request nightclub goods, then you will basically be put into a mission that is kind of like your own sort of business battle. You start one of these missions to source extra goods for your nightclub. I'm not sure how much you actually get added to your nightclub, but I do know that each time you do one of these missions, it gives you about $36,000, which isn't horrible. Just some more quick cash that will increase the stock of your nightclub.
The next thing I would like to go over is your MC businesses. Now they have added something very similar to the auto shop vehicle sales. Basically, at random times you can get an NPC to drop off a motorcycle for you to customize. And in the case of this video you are watching, it's a 3-wheeler. And basically you can customize it and repair it to specifications and get another $50,000. That is of course if you deliver it with absolutely zero damage. The only difference between selling bikes and selling cars is that in the bike shop you don't have a mechanic. You have to actually deliver this yourself. They've also added the option to purchase the bike if you want to actually buy it for yourself rather than sell it. I don't think they've added that on the auto shop, but I haven't really checked it out. They've also added 2 new MC biker contracts in your clubhouse that are pretty fun. The first one that I did is called Hit the Roof, where you have to steal an original oppressor. No, you can't drive it unfortunately, because that would be awesome. You have to use a cargo bob to lift up the oppressor inside the container to get to the destination. That is after you kill everybody and take 3 hours to find the stupid cutting tool so that you can open up each container to check it rather than shooting off the lock like you should do. The next contract that they have added is called Life and Death Bikes, and this one was pretty cool. This mission is basically like the first one, except you actually get to drive the bike. The bike that you have to steal, I can only assume is from your arena workshop, but of course I don't have an arena workshop. That's the only thing that I don't have in this game because I figured it would be useless, but I thought this bike was pretty awesome. You get about the same amount of money in both of these missions, which is $75,000 each, so it's not horrible, but they can be a little time consuming depending on how well you know the missions and know the layouts. The last thing that I want to quickly go over is the bar resupply mission. Rockstar added a new mission to resupply your bar at your clubhouse. With these new resupply missions, NPCs will now stop at your bar and have a drink, so it basically turns into another arcade that accumulates a little bit of money in your safe. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure you have to do at least one of these missions in order to get this thing started. And I'm also not 100% sure how much money you actually make from this. I didn't really take the time to research it, but it's safe to assume $50,000 because that's pretty much all your arcade safe can hold anyways. And that's about it. That's pretty much all the new money that you can make with this DLC. There wasn't really a whole lot because it's a bunch of $50,000, $30,000. I mean, it wasn't really a lot of money, but let me know down in the comments if you enjoyed this update or if you absolutely hated it, and tell me why. My personal opinion, I do like a lot of the quality of life things that they've added to make our life a little bit easier in this game from now on. But of course, this is some things that I personally think should have been added way back in the PS3 days, at least the quality of life stuff I mean. It took them 9 years to increase the quality of life and to finally actually listen to the community. 9 years is how long it took them. That's insane. And that's going to come to a close on this video. Thank you for watching, and for next time you will still hear my voice, and maybe, just maybe, you might see my face. I don't really know. Unless you're one of those stalkers that will creep into my room while I'm recording. But let's hope not. Bye.